Welcome to my video, where we will be looking at strategies to the hit FPS game Valorant. I will be looking at some of the game features and strategies, as well as comparing them to other games in the genre. First up, we're looking at the agent system. This is the usual in competitive FPS games like Valorant, and also appears in the game Rainbow Six Siege, which is a game of similar resemblance. This system basically makes every playable character unique and interesting, providing tons of different gameplay mechanics and tactics that revolve around your abilities, as well as your aim. As previously mentioned, this is similar to the operators of Rainbow Six Siege, another competitive team-based FPS focused on attacking and defending, which has a total of 60 operators split between the attacking and defending team. Next, we are going to look into certain strategies within Valorant, such as map knowledge. Map knowledge is an essential asset to any FPS game. With a total of 12 playable maps on Valorant, there is tons to learn and know, from simply knowing where the spike sites are, A, B, or sometimes C, enemy spawn points, and callouts for those intense situations where you need to know the position of your enemies to win the rounds and get more credits for your team further on. This also applies to Rainbow Six Siege. With a total of 20 maps to play on, you have to know the callouts and the different bomb sites that the defenders can pick from, as well as the different spawn areas the attackers can spawn at. The next we'll be looking at is training and aim. This is an essential key to any game like Valorant. As a new player, you will face a lot of hardships if you do not know how to play the game. Thankfully, Valorant has a training range and tutorial where you can practice your aim as well as learn characters. This is done in different forms of different training areas, like shooting range where AI will spawn in standing still and you have to kill them in time frames they are up. This is done over 30 seconds, where the max score you can get is 30 out of 30. This helps you to learn how to flick and adjust your gun's recoil, as well as works on fastening your reflexes. There is also the spike defusing and spike planting situations, which simulate how the game works out once the spike has been planted. Spike defusing requires you to kill the bots without dying in a quick time frame to be able to defuse the spike in time. Difficulty can also be scaled, so veteran players have a lot to improve on and learn as well. This helps them with teaching you where enemies may position themselves in a post-plant situation and gets you used to clearing angles. Spike planting, however, focuses on the attacking point of the game, pushing into a bomb site and eliminating the AI enemies there without dying. Planting the spike and defending it from waves of enemy AIs that spawn in without dying and without the spike being defused by one. This in hand teaches you how to defend the spike when attacking and defending, which helps eases new players into the game, all while being able to use any gun they want and possibly adapt to its recoil while training. A comparison to this is Rainbow Six Siege's T-Hunt mode, which new and old players use to learn new guns, the recoil as well as the operator you can choose to play. It helps with your aim and getting used to smaller skills like peeking and using the game's unique destruction features to kill enemies through walls or ceilings. The mode comes with 4 different sub-modes, which consists of elimination, which is spawning into a randomized map and killing a number of terrorists to win. Hostage extraction, where you load in, find a hostage and try to extract them while taking down enemy AI. Hostage defense, where you defend and barricade a hostage from 4 waves of enemies. And lastly, bomb defuse, where you have to find the bomb sites and defuse them both while holding back enemies. Looking back at these features, I think it's valuable to learn a lot of them. Knowing the game you're playing and training is useful, but then again, so is knowing the maps you're playing on. I think for a new player it is best to start off with simple knowledge and just training until you feel confident to try out the real game, as it can be intimidating going into matches with little knowledge on your side. You can then slowly progress forward onto learning these maps from playing them, or maybe looking online for some tutorials. Then with games like Valorant and Rainbow Six Siege, where the number of characters are rather small, to grow and know each character's abilities and uses bit by bit and soon enough have an extensive amount of knowledge on the games you're playing. Thank you for watching.